I realized that nobody really likes going to see the doctor until you really need some help. And I got a witness, church, but I came to tell somebody you shouldn't just wait to see the doctor when your body is racked in pain. You need to do some preventative maintenance. Get on the healthy track. And God sent me here as the resident physician of your spirituality to help you get close and closer to the Lord. He sent me here on a divine assignment. He took me out of the mortuary where I was preparing folk for the grave, and he put me in the sanctuary to get you ready for glory. Have I got a witness, church? And I'll be doggone if I'm gonna let a few negative people stop me from my job. I'll be doggone if I let a few demons from hell stop me from fulfilling my assignment. I'm gonna preach his word. I'm gonna teach his word. I'm gonna love God's people. I'm gonna feed his sheep. Have I got a witness, church? Because that's what he told me to do. Don't get caught up in the Scott administration. Get caught up in the Jesus administration. Have I got a witness, church? That's what's wrong in the Corinthian church. Some like Paul, some like Apollos, some like Cephas, and they were caught up in the personality that they missed their potential blessing. Have I got a witness, church? And there's some folk here, and you realize that God has been good to GAlilee. 55 years ago, sent a man named Mabry Gardner to plant this ministry. Have I got a witness, church? And some of you didn't listen to him. Have I got a witness, church? But now that he's gone, oh, I love Reverend Gardner. Is there anybody here that know after Reverend Gardner there was Asa Dawson? Have I got a witness, church? Some of you loved him and some of you couldn't stand him, but God sent him here, just like Paul said. Some planted, some watered, but it's God that gives the increase. Have I got a witness, church? Went on a little down the line, sent J. Lewis Felton to come and build on what Gardner started for 19 years, preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. Some of you liked him, some of you didn't, but God sent him, and when his time was up, he went on somewhere else. And now look at what has happened. God sent another doctor to GAlilee Church to preach the gospel, to teach the word, to doctor the people up. Some of you like me, some of you don't. And I came to tell you, some of you I like you, and some of you I don't. But I love you. And I got a witness, church. Is there anybody here that know I'm telling the truth? There are things about me you don't like. There are things about your neighbor you don't like. But we got to get along in order to go along. Have I got a witness, church? He sent doctors to the house. We better learn how to listen to what the doctor says. Follow the doctor's orders, because the orders are coming from heaven. I'm writing out prescriptions. I'm trying to do some stuff. I'm trying to get the church situated. He need to hear a whole lot of negativity. We need some team players that know that teamwork makes the dream work. I gotta witness, church. Don't fight the player. Don't hate the player. Just hate the game. Is there anybody here that's so glad about it? We serve a God that sends us ministers. Some will plant, some will plow, some will fertilize, some will plant, some will water, some will pull up weeds, some will cultivate, some will spray. But at the end of the day, we cannot control if the sun is going to shine. We can't control if the wind is going to blow. We can't control if it's going to rain. That's God's job. I can take you to the water, but I can't make you drink. It's up to you. I give you the word. You can take it or leave it. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Is there anybody here that know the key to spiritual growth is God? God is the key to spiritual growth. God is the key to your maturity. God is the key to your grace. But God, tell your neighbor. But God, tell your other neighbor. But God gives the increase. But God produces fruit. But God will make it all right. But God sends the growth. But God will enlarge our territory. God will increase our borders. God strengthen your body. God renews our minds. God restores our joy. God presents us peace. God takes us higher. God stirs us up. God does a new thing. God does it all. Everything that happened to me that was good, God did it. Didn't he do it? Hadn't he done it? Do you know him? Have you tried him? Have you found out that God will? He'll do it for you because he's able. He's able. He's able. He's able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we can ask or that we can think. Tell somebody it's the Lord's doing, and it's marvelous. It's marvelous. It's marvelous. It's miraculous. It's magnificent in my eyes. Oh, magnify. Oh, magnify. Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name. It's not about Paul, not about Apollos, not about Cephas, not about Scott, not about Dawson, not about Gardner, but it's all about Jesus. Jesus is the reason why I'm here. He sent me to you, and he sent you to me. Let's join hands and be a family. Shout yes. And if we walk together, if we talk together, if we pray together, if we sing together, if we shout together, God will give the increase. He'll pack the pews. He'll pack the church. He'll pack the parking lot. He'll tear down the wall. He'll extend our borders. He will bring our provision to pass. He'll liquidate our mortgage. God will. Won't he will? Won't he do it? Yes, he will. And if somebody here, you've been praying and crying and praying, fasting and praying, and God told me to tell you, you've been trying to do it by yourself. You've been trying to do it on your own. He told me to tell you, Corinthians said God gives the increase. Take your hands off. Step back. Step back. Step back. And let God do it. Let him fix your marriage. Let him fix your kids. Let him fix your money. Let him fix your career. Let him fix your heart. Let him fix your mind. Let him fix your home. Let him fix your soul. If you step back, step back, step back, and let God do it. And God will, God will, God will, won't he will fix it for you every time. Shout yeah, shout yeah, shout yeah.